Hi, I'm Bob Castro from Bell Church, and I want to talk a few minutes about the 90-Day Bible Challenge. At first, we thought it was a very daunting task when it first came to us from Presbyteria, and what a positive thing it's been for our church. I just see different attitudes. We've formed some fellowship groups out of this, and we're looking to continue these fellowship groups. We're looking for more to do now, and it's like, where do we go from here? And we want to go further with it. But it's brought a better understanding of the Bible, and it's been a very positive thing about it. It brought people together, and we're looking forward to more.
Some people said, oh, I could never read the Bible in 90 days. And I'm like, yes, you can, because quickly you develop a routine of reading, and then you begin to long for spending that amount of time in the Word and waiting for the Lord to speak to you every day.
Some of the most exciting things I've heard is I didn't realize there was that much sex and violence and unusual stuff in the Bible, and interesting things about how Jonah was actually vomited out and didn't know that, and a lot of unique little twists on things that they thought they knew and now they know even better.
One lady in particular who was just saying like, wow, I never knew that. I've learned so much. The Bible makes so much more sense to me. And the connection between Old Testament and New Testament, between Moses and Jesus, and just connections that were never made before have been really, really valuable.
I would say the biggest thing that I saw was actually the conversations I had with coworkers in our local school. I'm a teacher at Elwood City, and that we all gathered together and we're able to discuss it every single morning, what our reading was for the day, and definitely brought a very unique start to our days. So I would definitely encourage it. We got a lot out of it.
I would say that the most profound thing that I heard from people in my congregation during the Bible in 90 Days challenge was, these are real people. I've heard stories about these saints my whole life, and we always sort of put them up on the pedestal. But when you really get into the story, you find out that these are real people with real struggles that had to rely on their faith in God, and it really makes the whole story of the Bible much more accessible.
Just putting all the books of the Bible together, it's given us a better understanding of how everything works together, and it's just the relations between the prophets and the apostles, and just putting the whole picture together. And I never had that experience before, and that's where it's been an epiphany for me, where just putting all these books together and how they all relate to each other.
But I would say that across the board, people have found it very rewarding. They found the video information very, very helpful.
When our church was reading the Bible in 90 days, of course we talked with our friends and families about it and said that we were going to be reading the Bible in 90 days. My sister, who doesn't go to church, was intrigued and asked if when we were finished she could borrow the Bible and the study guide. So that was encouraging to me that she wanted to read it.
I'm glad I did it because while I've read through the Bible before, this was an intentional, condensed reading and through time. And it changes changed my perspective. It gave me a much better appreciation of how the story moves through history.
Other than just discipline and patience in going through that, it wasn't easy, that's for sure, because you wanted to dive right into all of those stories. But as we went, we just sort of jotted down those areas that we really wanted to dive deeper into, which will lead into more Bible studies that we're planning for the rest of this school year.
My husband, who has never read the Bible, decided that he was going to accept the 90-day challenge, and he started reading the Bible, and now he attends 3 separate Bible studies, is way ahead of me in his Bible reading, and he said to me that you cannot possibly read the Bible without being transformed. You can't walk away without being changed.